Here we go. A rubber chicken. Where? I don't know. Anyway, hello everybody. We are currently, thanks to my forgetfulness and dumbassery, balancing whether Brent's day off will have one video this week. And he only has a day off because I forgot to tell him at 11 o'clock last night that we were supposed to be doing filming today and didn't remember until this morning.
Mm-hmm.
So if you see one video on the channel this week, we're giving him a chance to kick back and relax, and we'll get stuff in proper next weekend like we're supposed to. Because we are looking into getting back into a more... Every time we have to iron out audio issues, it seems to be a temporary fix. So after Shattered Generations, we're going to take the determination to see if we need to look into longer-term fixes for the audio. And as of right now, with the TV volume at 15, please tell us if we need to start downing the volume to back to like 5 or 10 a little bit, just to be safe. And we will work around that, because we're, finding the audio balance, especially after those OBS upgrades that happened a couple of years ago, and put us on an indefinite hiatus from Fatal Frame, and a year-long hiatus from Fatal Frame until we could figure out what the hell the fix was,
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, if we need alternative equipment, if we need to consider other recording software options aside from OBS, so be it, but, we gotta look into this. People who are watching and listening, tell us your recommendations. I'll tell you right now, we are using for the microphone a Blue Yeti Nano. We are using the, I believe it's the HD of the Elgato.
Mm-hmm.
I have the box somewhere in one of my closets, but it's like an Elgato S60 something or other. If you know, you know.
Mm-hmm.
For capturing the footage, and we are using a Logitech HD 1080p 930E webcam, I believe. So, we've got some pretty good equipment, but if the TV volume is an issue, that might be an OBS thing, which is where it's like, I can tell you right now, we have the Elgato set to negative 20 decibels at the time of recording episodes 3 through 5. At episodes 1 and 2, we were at the lower volume that we had for ever since Fatal Frame, which I believe was negative 30 decibels, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So we upgraded the decibel count for the Elgato by 10, and I don't know if that's because of the game audio, or even though I haven't messed with the updates to OBS ever since, so, We're working on stuff from a technical perspective in order to make sure that we deliver the best possible experience to you. So if we take another hiatus after this game, it's only because we're trying to figure out how to keep from constantly having to stop and take the occasional recording days to focus on testing instead.
Mm-hmm.
Long-term solutions for a better, smoother running channel.
Yep.
As this also does affect, social life and the shit that we have to do and commitments to other people outside of the channel itself. So, anyway, I was thinking about something today.
Yeah.
Why is it that there's two types of games that you're looking forward to? The ones where you really don't care and you can endure the wait, and ones where you have to have it, why do I have to wait? Because I'm going to give Splatoon Raiders an honest try.
Mm-hmm.
From what little I've seen, it definitely looks interesting as a fully single-player outing. I don't know if there's going to... I know it has more of a focus on the single-player than a regular Splatoon game does, where the single-player is just a quick little story. And the main draw is the multiplayer. Mm-hmm. But in this, even if there is multiplayer, it's the secondary, and the main draw is the single-player in the campaign. But I'm not really impatient about waiting until the end of July to get it.
Mm-hmm.
But with Star Fox, yes, it's the 4th remake of the original.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Nintendo could stand to take Adventures, Assault, and Command into thought and try to come up with new games and new adventures. Mm-hmm. Figure out what did and didn't work between those three games I just named, which ones were the most beloved, which ones were hated,
Mm-hmm.
and why on each, and work around to build something new.
Mm-hmm.
However, even though it is the Upteenth remake, it's $60, and people are going to complain that it should be at like $5 because of how old the game is at this point, even if it is a remake.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to say I still can. It doesn't matter how expensive or how low priced it is. We know it's going to be good because we've played it before, and unlike Zero, it's got not just battle mode but an improved battle mode. It's like, why do I have to wait another couple? Why can't I just pick it up tomorrow and start digging in, flying through the game? It's like, I must have Star Fox now, but with Splatoon Raiders, I'm literally willing to wait as long as I need to.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Yeah. You ever feel that way about different games that you're waiting on?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Well, why is that? Why do we feel this way?
Usually I think the reason why is because usually it comes from games or franchises that we generally do love and are familiarized with, or also other reasons like specifically like with like you enjoy Splatoon, but this is going to be like their first outing into single player.
Yeah.
So I think you're just like erring on the side of caution.
Yeah. Well, that, and I also think it was like the main draw of Splatoon being like the Splatfest and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
When you think about it, it it's like it can be if you're trying to like max out your ranking, the amount of playtime you have to do and dedicate to the Splatfests, with how ongoing they are, and the fact that right now Splatoon 3 is in an infinite repeat of Splatfest we've already completed with slight tweaks to the theming.
Mm-hmm.
I get burnt out way too easily too, so it's like I'm hoping that this will be a fresh change of pace, but even still, if I do end up getting burnt out on the actual aspects, it's going to be like, oh dear, where did I go wrong?
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, if it's not worth keeping, I can sell it for credit, But whether or not a game is worth keeping is also based on, like, it could be a good game. You can recommend it to people, but say it's not your cup of tea. Or it can be 3D Sonic Colors. It can be Yoshi and the Mysterious Book. It can be what Brent and I were talking about earlier today in the Pragmata versus Triforce Heroes debate, Triforce fucking Heroes. Anyone who played that game for even an iota knows that there should not have been any single player aspect to it based on the fact that it was completely designed around the co-op aspect.
Mm-hmm.
Brent, tell them what happened when you, me, and Devin played. And you tried to play ahead on your own personal copy so that you could help direct us and keep us in good formation.
Basically, long story short, I did the entirety of 3 separate levels. I believe they were the 4th, 5th, and 6th ones on a flight up to New York. This was around the time when it was made from there. And I have told Gear this. That was the worst flight I have had. And by that, I mean worse, like, going through there. Like, I would take having a screaming child behind me than play that game again.
And they did it again with Federation Force, only this time, instead of 3 players, you needed 4 players. And once again, like, after the tutorial, I completed the tutorial, I'm like, yeah, you know what? This was made for 4 players. Nobody I know liked Triforce Heroes. I'm like the only one in my friend group who really bought Federation Force straight up. Like, I'm getting rid of this because I'm not going to have anyone to play it with, and I'd rather play with people I know in person than deal with people getting mad online if nobody's, if you're not all up and up, like if you're not all on the same wavelength, is what I'm trying to say, Mm-hmm. If you're going to make a co-op game with a single player with the ability to play it single player, design it in a way that allows you to play through the game with no hassle and still be able to do the exact same thing with other people.
Mm-hmm.
Nintendo obviously did not know how to incorporate that into those games. So it's like, if they ever announced another Triforce Heroes type game, not only would I more than likely not play it without an in-depth demo or assurance that they learned their lesson,
Mm-hmm.
But even if they did learn their lesson and could sell me on the game, I would have no problem waiting. Hell, I could pay for the game and I could find out it was being delayed by 3 months to ensure that it released in the best possible state, and I would say, no skin off my ass, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But like, if they made like a Mario Kart 8 Deluxe type game as an apology for all the fucking around they did with Mario Kart World, I would straight up say, "Oh my god, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe in a Nintendo package. I must have this now." Like Super Smash Brothers, everyone knows my thoughts on the roster cut. I'd literally have to do it on Gaming Knuckleheads Talk and write down. I'd literally have to write down. But did Metal Overlord heal itself?
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Luckily, I took care of that.
Yeah. I would have to write down which characters I think are acceptable to cut from the Ultimate roster and say nothing else is touchable, should be touched. But even if Sakurai um, even if Sakurai were to convince me otherwise that the roster cuts are justifiable, Smash is one of those games that you just love so much. I don't think anybody's going to be able to wait till the release day once they start getting their pre-orders put out, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I am down for going to my GameStop for a Smash Switch 2 midnight release, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Wow, he really was programmed to be just like Sonic.
Yep.
Never mind the fact that Metal Sonic technically canonically existed before Robotnik was even aware of the creation of Shadow.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. My guess is that between his discovering Shadow and the events of Sonic Heroes, he might have reprogrammed Metal Sonic to mirror the newer behaviors of Sonic and Shadow's rivalry and the idea that Sonic considers him to be an imposter.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Amy's excuse is she's just so damn lovesick she's an idiot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sonic, when did you get all metal?
I'm talking about Shadow.
I know, but I'm making a joke.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know that would happen.
Sonic, when did you dye your fur? But yeah, it would.
Sonic, when did you get extensions? Silver.
I feel like after the Shadow incident, though, even Amy learned her lesson. I could be wrong. I never played 06. I just know that it's playable. It's just all the lagging and the input issues and shit, you know?
Yeah.
And the bestiality.
Are you okay?
Yeah, but it's fun to make the joke.
Oh, I don't know.
It's the same tinkle as my new abilities. It is the power of Black Doom. I have first imbued that monster to create Shadow. Now it seems we all have to pay for my sins. So my powers, that symbol, they're all connected. Maria's illness couldn't be treated on Earth. I could better manage her condition on the Ark, even if her family didn't like that idea. I attempted to develop the ultimate life as a means to find a cure for Maria. My own experience reached their frustrating limits. So when that alien warlord reached out to me, offered the mirror of chaos control, I accepted it. Through his DNA, the ultimate life form was born. Black Doom wanted me to make the perfect warrior for him. So these new abilities are all part of his grand design. You two are linked by blood. As you grow, so does he. He will either take control of your mind and make you his ultimate weapon, or take over your body and be reborn in you.
Or option three, I kill him.
Oh yeah, that too. Here's a thought. So Shadow was imprisoned for 50 years, right?
Mhm.
And Gerald Robotnik is Maria's uh, grandfather.
Yep.
So that begs to mind two questions. Well, three questions. One, how old is Robotnik exactly? Two, how old would he have been at the time of Shadow's imprisonment? And three, if Maria were still alive, how old would she actually be now?
I think it's more than likely that I think the idea is that if we're talking with Maria, I think she'd probably be like in her 50s if that were the case.
Yep.
And I think the implication was supposed to be from like Sonic Adventure 2 was that Robotnik never met Gerald. He grew up hearing about him.
But still, I mean, there's no way. Like, if Robotnik and Maria were closer to the same age at the time of her death,
Hmm.
he could be, like in his 50s or 60s.
Hmm.
But if he was if he was like closer to like his 30s or 40s, 50 years prior to discovering Shadow, why does he look so damn young? And why would his canonical age like reflect anything like that too? You know?
Well, I don't know, but I can't make a joke one. The miracles of modern science, boy.
Oh yeah. Because whether it's movie canonicity, game canonicity, you can tell he doesn't look that old.
Yeah.
Ah, yes, the tentacle porn episode.
That does look badass, though.
Yep. Morph Ball? Morph Ball? I think Nintendo's gonna sue.
Well, I mean, technically they're not wrong.
True. But it's also funny because it's true. It's like literally, with how lawsuit happy Nintendo is, even when they don't have any legitimate reason, or they're being hypocrites about it, i.e., Power World versus other games like Pistol Monsters.
Hmm.
Like, it's straight up, like, I can imagine, I'm surprised they didn't consider, why don't we just sue because of this? You know? Yeah. Because Samus having the Morph Ball as an ability, and Shadow having the Morph Ball as an ability in this game, seems like exactly the kind of thing that Nintendo would sue somebody for.
Hmm.
Or maybe they just think because of how big Sega is as a company, if they didn't sue, it was probably because they think it's a waste of time and money.
Probably.
Probably.
Like, one of the few companies that they probably just can't, immediately win.
Yeah. And it was at this point, like right here, all this,
Mhm.
when I pretty much had it with the white space
Hmm.
and the open world aspecting of it like this.
Yeah.
It's like, you play this game, you complete it, don't bother running around the white space unless you're trying to find all the collectibles. Instead, just go to the stage listing and warp to each zone. Make it easy on yourself.
Alright, should I give this one a try? Like, do we
Act
think
1
we
is the 3D stages, right?
Yeah, I was asking, like, do you think we got enough time?
Let's take a break and come back.
Alright, sounds good. Let me save.
Yeah, people, I honestly forget how much bigger the stages get as it goes on.